Hey YouTube, this is Jurrac Master. I'm going to be going into a more detailed explanation of the deck I posted. This is mainly how the cards work and why I chose how many I did and to not use other Jurracs. So, here we go. I use 3 of these just because he comes out, runs over something, and gets you a monster. His effect is like Shura, except the monster can't attack instead of getting its effect negated, and it has to be a 1700 or less attack Jurrac. So basically every Jurrac except Hera in this deck. So you can use it to bring out a tuner and synchro in a pinch, or you could use it to bring out Aolo and tribute for a Jurrac in your grave. It's just very helpful. I only use one Jurrac Velo because he's not that necessary, and I needed to cut down for other monsters. He is a very good card, and I don't discourage playing 3, especially with Book only at 1, and even when they Book of Moon it, you still have Hera, so if they Book of Moon it and then run over it so you don't get the effect, you can drop Hera and be like, bad move. So, it's just, Book of Moon never really stopped me from playing it anyways. It's just now we have better stuff. I only use 2 of these as opposed to the 3 I used to use, although I will be posting a Flamevel build of this deck later, where I use Rekindling, and obviously this guy is at 3 in that, so I can just pull 3 out and get 3 Jurracs of my choice. He's at this because I have Kinkabio, so I was able to cut down and just use 2 because Kinkabio basically gives you infinite use of it. Three Dino, just really good. I use the ability sometimes on itself for a Jurrac token from Storiko. Level 3 tuner, 1700 attack. That's all we need to know. Golem, I sync with it a lot, but I really love its effect, especially when someone commits a lot to their back row and only has one good monster. I've seen it happen a few times, it's very unlikely, but you'll get someone playing like 6 Sams and leave themselves open, except for their Shien, and for some reason they just can't protect it from this, so they can't discard and it dies. Very nice. Or you can attack into it if you feel safe enough. If they don't have a good back row. 2 Storiko, very useful in combination with Hera. You get 2 tokens and a level 6 Jurrac. Then you can sink into maybe Meteor next turn if you need to, or you can sink into Trishula. Very useful. I have a Trishula build of this deck where it's made to spam Trishula, send Trish back to the deck, extra deck, so he can use it again. Very good. I think that runs 3 Pot of Avarice right now. I don't like using it as much because when you can't spam Trishula because they get rid of it, the deck kind of gets a little worse. It has Mistworm for backup, but it's not as good. 2 Jurrac Hera because 3 is just too many, but you definitely need to have it. Because when you have 3, you draw it late game and can't get it out, but you already have 1 in the grave. So it's just awful because you don't need it at all, because you just need to have the 1 in the grave. So I only use 2 of that. It's very useful. If you don't know the effect when a Jurrac in defense position is destroyed, you can bring it out as long as the defense position Jurrac wasn't Jurrac Hera. Jurrac Iguanon, very good, especially when you know someone has a set monster and their other set is a Raikou, or if they have a back row you don't like you think they have a D-Prison, you can use this to bluff it out so that they kind of have to, because if you run over their set, then you can pop the D-Prison back, so they'll have to D-Prison this if they want to use it. It's also very good. This just lets you summon out the level 1, mainly Aolo, so that late game, when you have all those Jurracs in grave, and you just want to keep playing more because you're in control of the game, just summon it, bring back Aolo, tribute, bring out a Jurrac. And then this comes back to your hand, you play it next turn. Very good. Effect Veiler, you can synchro with it if you want, but mainly it's in here just because it stops things like that stupid Trish deck with Dulauren. No one likes getting beaten with that. It's just awful to lose everything like that. So stop it early. Win right there. Yeah, that's kind of, you just need to run it with what's out there these days. Stops OTKs, it stops good monsters. I like to use it against gadgets because I see a lot of those. Just stop them from getting another gadget and they get mad at you. I don't really need to explain Fossil Dig. It just searches a level 6 or lower dinosaur. It's just reinforcement of the army on steroids. Monster Reborn's in there, it gets back everything. I don't really think I need to explain all of the spells and stuff, or really the traps. I will explain again, though, why I have all of these cards that just hit back row. 7 tools, 2 dust tornadoes, and I laid off on the... I mainly use that on back row, Solemn. I'll use it on monsters if I have to, but that's what the warnings are for. I've got Trunade with 2 MSTs, and I mean, if you need to, this hits back row away from you. So I really don't like facing back row in this deck, as you can see by all of this, and sometimes I can play around it with sinking before I attack. I just really hate it because the deck doesn't need support for getting over monsters, so I have ways to remove monsters that are too annoying for me and leave the rest out so that I can run over them. And just, you don't really need that much ways to get around monsters because the deck is made of beat sticks that synchro into bigger beat sticks. One example, this. Just really powerful. So if they don't have any effects to get around you, and they just have big monsters they synchroed into, or they summoned Hyperion on you, just drop this and attack them, because all Jurracs you control, I love attacking over like really big monsters with a token from Storico or something, because all Jurracs you control gain 200 attack for each Jurrac in your grave. So, very powerful. It starts with 21, comes out, gets bigger. Meteor has the Black Rose effect, brings back a tuner, just bring back Aolo or something, and just tribute it to summon another Jurrac. This isn't really a great card, but I like it for the running around defense position people think. So, if you know that the deck runs Spirit Reaper, just attack it and get rid of it there, or Marshmallow or something stupid like that. So, very nice effect, but mainly it's for when you side into Gozen match or something and you need a fire level 5, that's why it's there. Or just if you want to have another Jurrac out, because you have a Jurrac requirement or something. Trishula does all of that. It's in here mainly because the deck can use it really well. Because the whole getting tokens and dropping Hera, it just makes it so that you can sink into it easy. The rest of these are pretty self-explanatory. They're just standard synchros, so I'm going to move on to the side deck because I'm running out of time here. DD Crows, they just hit everything. This, very useful. I side into it because I like having room in when I start, not needing to waste room on that. Side deck space is different. Cyber Dragons, they're fine. That's how you make them. Noblemans, they hit a lot of things right now. I love hitting Raikou with it because people like to use that plants and stuff. Not good for them. Molten Destruction, as I said before, if you need ways to get around big people. Goes in matches because you use all fire, basically. This because it's basically all dinosaurs. And these because you have beat sticks. So, side out of what you want to. Thanks for watching.